It is freezing. It's 30 degrees out. You can probably see snot creating an icicle from my nose right now. And you definitely see my breath coming out of my mouth. It's also 6 a.m., so it's not the most ideal time to be outside. However, I thought it was pretty. Beanie JF Media in the cut. But I thought it was pretty out here and looked like a nice time to get out and walk. Trying to get better at is getting in a normal routine. I work a part-time job at my church, and I said job, not knob. I work a part-time job at my church, and when I do that, I'm up every morning, and I'm there by 9. And then when I work for myself, 3 days out of the week, I get up not as often and consistent at the same time, so I'm not always up this early. However, I want to get in a rhythm of that, because the beauty of getting up early and having enough time to have time is that you have time just to focus on spending it with the Lord, and not in a cheesy Facebook mom way. This is real. I'm out in God's creation. I'm freezing, yes, but spiritually I'm happy. I may not look like I'm happy, but spiritually I'm happy. And this is what it means to draw near to the Lord, and this is what it means to get into the secret place with God, because not a lot of other people are up right now, except for the construction workers that are like right over that way. But it's cool to know that, okay, maybe I'm one of the first or smaller percent of people that are up right now, and it's me and God. The day has not really even started yet, because when the sun's not up, it doesn't feel like the day started yet. And so the sun's not up yet, but it's rising and it's beautiful. It looks great. There's things to look around at and just be in awe of the Lord's creation. And you kind of just get this sense of like, okay, God, like you made all of this that I'm looking at, and it's beautiful. And then when you have that realization while you're out here, just living with the Lord, and when you have that realization with God, you feel a peace, and it sets the tone for your whole day. And a lot of people will say, spend time with the Lord first thing. Don't do anything else. Spend time with God first thing. And I feel like most of those people can be a little legalistic in the way that they try and make that happen every day. And if they don't, they try and make it seem like you failed, or like you missed the mark, or you sinned. When in reality, you don't want to take spending time with the Lord as legalistic. You treat it as your best friend. You hang out with your best friend willingly, and you hang out with your best friend because you want to. And same with God. Like, I want to hang out with God, and I willingly want to spend time with Him. I would love to spend time with Him. I love to spend as much time with Him as I can. It's amazing, and there's a depth to it that I can't beat, and it's freaking fire. However, if I don't prioritize it practically, then I'm not going to be able to have this intentional time that I'm having with the Lord right now. And so people, when they say spend your first part of your day, maybe some are legalistic, maybe some are too uptight about it. But I don't want people to get into a ditch that God doesn't love us if we don't spend time in His presence. God doesn't love us any less if we don't spend time with Him. He loves us enough that when we do spend time with Him, that's when the relationship grows. He cares for us either way. He loves us when we're far from Him, and He loves us when we're close to Him. It doesn't matter at what stage we are. However, our relationship will not grow unless we are close to Him. And so just drawing near, really, and like looking like an idiot. Like, I look like an idiot right now with my camera out, and people are starting to walk around their construction places and look at me with my camera. But who cares? As long as your intentions of your heart is to draw close to God and really cut off all distractions and be intimate with the Lord and seek His presence, that's all that matters. And even if that looks like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, even 5 minutes of your day, or 20, 30, 40, whatever it may look like, the Lord just wants to spend time with you. And it's amazing like how much it sets the pace of the rest of the day. Like I have an unmatched boldness, security, confidence, knowing that I'm the righteousness of God in Christ. Like I have all of that for the rest of the day. And so yeah, there's a new level of my relationship in Christ when I've taken the time to listen to the Lord speak, listen to worship, cry. I mean, honestly, just get real and let my guard down in the safety and the presence of the Father. Because like when you're, let's say you're around your dad, a father figure, you're safe, you're protected, you're all this. And in the same way, you can let your guard down with God because He is your Father and you're safe and you're protected. And so knowing that is special because that's shown me that I don't have to be someone when I'm with God. I don't have to act or talk a certain way when I'm with God. All I have to do is just talk like I'm talking now. I just talk to God. I just be real. You know, I feed on the Word. I get into the Word and I meditate on the Word and I ask the Lord, speak to me through your Word because this is your daily bread and this is the bread of life that I'm going to be eating. And the more I eat spiritually, the more hungry I get spiritually. It doesn't really work like it does normal where you eat in life and you get full physically, but spiritually when you eat, you get more hungry for the Word. And so whenever you get to that point in your time with the Lord where you start to notice that you want more and more, you're doing good. However, at first, it might take a couple of days, it might take a couple of times where you're not really feeling much and you're really feeling tired of praying and tired of worshiping and tired of talking to God and being still. You're tired of those things. It might take a couple of those days. But trust me, once you do them enough and once you get in the rhythm of just saying, God, look, I don't care what I feel. This is not about me. This is about you. And my time is to reflect on your glory and to see you and to have your face revealed to me and have your love revealed to me. And that's all it's about. And when you really dive into it and start to do it often and consistently, it changes things. And you notice change in your life. Because when you have problems or sins or faults going on in your life, you'll notice that trying to do physical things to help stay away from those will only last for a season. And it's going to be harder because you're trying to take it on physically rather than you should be trying to take it on spiritually. And so, yeah, the more you draw near to God, the more you draw near to the spiritual things of Jesus, the easier it is to stay away from the sinful things or the problems of life, because when you draw near to the spiritual things with God, you're going to be like Christ. You're not going to be like sin. So how much easier would it be to just, if you will, be like Jesus and do the things of Jesus? And as you do those things, that's when it's easier to stay far away from sin, far away from temptations and problems. Because why would you go to those things if you're going to be like Jesus? Jesus wouldn't do those things. So I don't know if any of this made sense. I really just set up my tripod on my camera and freaking put it up right here in this field of dirt and construction, and people have been looking at me. Sun's coming up, so I'm like way brighter than I was at the beginning of this. But yeah, I just want to freaking record. So I love y'all, and it is 7 a.m. I love you guys, and have a fire freaking rest of your day.